Welcome to my YouTube channel. Did you fail on the ketogenic diet? I lost 75 pounds doing low-carb Atkins and kept it off for 10 years. Since I had basically continued eating low-carb as a lifestyle, and my body was adjusted to it, which happens to most people who do low-carb, when I decided to lose more weight, low-carb wasn't an option, and keto was the only way to go. I lost another 55 pounds on keto. So, altogether, between low-carb and keto, I've lost a total of 130 pounds, while only putting back on about 5 pounds afterwards, indulging in more non-keto foods on occasion than when I was doing straight keto, which I tolerate better now as an occasional treat. So, no, I haven't failed, quite the contrary, I've succeeded quite well. The trick to success, for any diet, really, is to make as thorough a list as you can before you start your diet of what you can eat, and what you'll eat for snacks, vegetables, nuts, and cheese work for me, and to get everything out of your cabinets that is not on your acceptable foods lists, even if it means actually throwing out boxes of crackers, breads, cookies, chips, etc. The secret is to only have what you can eat in the house, and don't keep any cheat day foods, or just in case, foods in the house at all. As far as going off your diet and getting out of keto, there are some people giving bad info regarding that in regard to your question, and making it seem far more discouraging than it really is at all. Here's why. Initially, it takes men about 72 hours to deplete their glycogen stores and get into ketosis, while it takes women around 48 hours. They have less muscle and smaller livers, so they get into ketosis faster since they store less glycogen. If you eat carbs, it will depend on when you eat those carbs and whether you exercise or not to determine if it will even knock you out of ketosis at all and for how long, but it will not throw you out of ketosis for up to a week, as some misinformed individuals are claiming, and in reality will only throw you out of ketosis for a few hours, and you will quickly get back into ketosis afterward. Here's how it works. If you eat carbs 1/2 hour before exercising, you will burn those carbs up for fuel during the exercise, and it will not throw you out of ketosis at all. However, if you eat carbs immediately after exercising, those carbs will be used to spike insulin and force protein and carbs into muscle cells, and there will be no overflow remaining in the system that will prevent you from being in ketosis either. If you use keto sticks, and test yourself in either of these situations, you'll notice you are still in ketosis the morning following ingesting carbs immediately prior to or after exercising. Those are the two safe times to take in carbs, even when doing keto. As a runner and weightlifter, it was a relief when I learned about this, as it meant I could keep up my running and weightlifting, as the carbs gave me the recuperation I needed, and using proper carb timing allowed me to remain in ketosis. I have always found myself to be in ketosis when taking in carbs at these times, and have never found myself out of ketosis when taking in carbs immediately before or after exercising when testing with keto sticks the following morning. If you do happen to slip up and eat carbs and then don't exercise immediately afterward, you will still re-enter ketosis when those carbs are used up, and since you have no glycogen stores as you had before you initially started doing keto, you will find that you re-enter ketogenesis faster, anywhere from 24 to 72 hours, depending on how badly you've blown the diet with carbs. It's never taken me more than 24 hours to get back into ketosis, and it should never take more than the initial 72 hours it normally takes if you've really gone to town and done something like eaten a whole pizza in one sitting, just as it would normally take to get into ketosis. Generally, since you don't have stored glycogen in your muscles or liver, it will always take less time to get back into ketosis once you are in ketosis. The worst-case scenario is that you will replenish your muscle and liver stores fully again, pretty hard to do, but it's possible, in which case it will be like starting over again, taking a full 72 hours for men and around 48 hours for women. But in general, it will always take less time to re-enter ketosis because you really have to eat a lot of carbs to fully replenish those glycogen stores, between 400 to 500 Gs for men. So, just get back on the wagon, and you'll find yourself back in ketosis in a day or two. Easy. So, I'm not sure why you're asking for stories of failure, but it's very rare for anyone to fail when actually doing ketogenic dieting. When people do fail, it's because they didn't know how to prepare properly in advance and found it too difficult to actually stay on the ketogenic diet since they had too many temptations in all the wrong foods they constantly find themselves looking at in their refrigerator and cabinets. But for those who prepare and plan in advance, it is an almost guaranteed way to not only lose weight, but to cure themselves of various diseases that are caused by a bad diet, and from overeating, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, GERD, etc.